Well, Willie, I'm just responding with Willie D. Well, not really responding or whatever. But y'all can take this how y'all want to. You know, I know everybody out here got something bad to say about General Langley, but I don't think you guys are actually listening to what he is saying and taking it for what it is. I think some people out here just want to be mad about something and are not really doing their research and homework and listening and comprehending skills is getting down a little bit low as far as I'm concerned, because when General Langley said Burkina Faso, I forget what he said, but Willie D repeated it on his channel, something on the lines of Burkina Faso is the epicenter for terrorists. General Langley wasn't talking about what's his name, Captain Ibrahim, the president of Burkina Faso, the acting president or the leader of Burkina Faso. He wasn't talking about him. And if you go down the list of whether or not it's Mali, whether or not it's Burkina Faso, whether or not it's the neighboring countries around Burkina Faso, if people were actually smart enough and actually had a lick of goddamn sense, they would look up and they would see tons of massacres that have happened by the hands of terrorist organizations that Burkina Faso have been fighting for years. And one of the groups they have been fighting since 2015. And that's the reason why I say I don't think that people really listen to what I don't think they really listening with a clear mind, because nobody really wants to have dialogue anymore. Everybody wants to call them debates or some type of confrontational thing, but nobody wants to have honest dialogue about anything anymore. Well, I'm going to say nobody, but there's quite a few out there, they don't want to have an honest dialogue. And what I see, I'm telling y'all can go search throughout the motherfucking web. In 2000, last year alone, the Al-Qaeda linked terrorist organization in Burkina Faso killed what did they say, like 200, 600 people in one massacre? In one massacre? You see what I'm saying? You think people are so dumb and so fucking gullible when people say things, they think that this is all my 3 cents. I could be wrong, but everything I'm saying, you can look it up. Everything I'm saying, you can look it up. But this one right here is just my opinion. Like, this is strictly motherfucking my 3 cents, right? So, let's see here. You think Burkina Faso got with Russia to bring troops, to bring weapons, and all that stuff just to get France off their back? Huh? You think they did that because they scared the USA gonna come after them? Huh? No. They got their own problems and their own he got his own problems in his own goddamn country. He got his own motherfucking problems in his own goddamn country. I know people want to say Western countries as a blanket address, but heed my warning. If you guys, I don't hear you guys talking about some terrorist organizations in Burkina Faso. I don't hear none of y'all talking about how they need to be eradicated. I don't hear none of y'all telling those terrorist organizations in Burkina Faso that's out there killing innocent people. I don't hear y'all motherfuckers telling them to cut that shit out. I don't see how y'all telling them Y'all got a good leader in charge right now, and y'all fucking everything up. I don't hear y'all saying that. Only thing I hear y'all keep crying about is the black man versus the black man. That's the only thing I hear. And it's the constant. Oh, you know they always got to send a black one out there. Oh, you know there's always got to be a coon. There's always these old black I got you moment. Ooh, I found me one moment. Type of shit when ain't none of this shit going. I keep trying to tell folks, man. Like, you can't just get on the internet and just listen to people and then just take it because it sounds good, because that's how you want it to be, because you follow the person and you trust that person. Sometimes you got to look up shit yourself. And I guarantee you look up how many terrorist organizations in Burkina Faso, you look up how many people within the last 3 years that these innocent civilians, that these goddamn terrorist organizations killed, you'd be like, God damn. Why I didn't hear about that? Because you ain't none of y'all looking. Everybody getting this information from the same people. These Black Power Pimp channels, these Take Your Ass Back to Africa Black Power Pimp channels, Suckerville.com channels. I'm telling y'all, man, like, I don't just listen to these people and not trust and verify the information before I open up my motherfucking mouth. Go ahead and look it up. And like I said, ain't none of these motherfucking channels out here talking about what I just brought up. Ain't none of them. Ain't none of them Black Power Pimp channels bringing up that shit. None of them. They keep bringing up the same old shit. Abram Tory, over and over again. The same shit. That shit that General Langley said was like, that's old week's news. And y'all still talking about that shit like y'all motherfuckers. And y'all talking in a way like y'all can't read and comprehend, and you can't listen and comprehend. That's what the most shameful part about it is, with this internet shit. People cannot comprehend shit. They wrong fucking way. Man, take it the wrong fucking way. This is the reason why motherfuckers can get away with killing thousands of motherfucking children. These motherfuckers are just stupid. It's just downright just dumb. Dumb. Came out the room dumb. Just came out the womb just out there dumb. Just a big dummy. I swear. And you know what? It's okay. And you know what the most crazy thing about it is? Social media and these weirdos out here made it not okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to every now and again use bad judgment. It's to take somebody's word for it. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Like people just believe that everybody got to be fucking right all the goddamn time on the internet. Like, you can't, like, people on the internet can't say, oh, my bad, I was wrong, you was right. There ain't none of that. Bruce Gas, what's happening? There ain't none of that. The only people that say shit like that are the down to earth, humble people. That's the only people that say that shit. Like a lot of these popular channels, a lot of these popular people out here, I don't care what is in. Boxing, badminton, tennis, I don't give a fuck what it is. You see the motherfuckers debate on ESPN or whatever, rarely you would hear somebody say they was wrong. Rarely. And the person would sit there and lie to their goddamn teeth, taking it all the way to the grave. They would lie up there, make all kind of fucking excuses. You know? That's why I told folks, man. That's why I tell folks, if you fucking read, instead of just listening to people all the goddamn time, and then you would probably understand the world ain't what a lot of these people out here make it out to fucking be. Burkina Faso has a lot of terrorists, got some terrorist organizations out there to deal with, bro. Like I said, one massacre was like 600 people gone. Wiped the face off this fucking earth in a terrorist fucking attack in Burkina Faso. Not by the Burkina Faso, not by the army, not by the government, from one of the motherfucking Al Qaeda backed motherfucking terrorist organizations. The same thing that happens up over there in Nigeria with the Boko Harams. And people wondering why, scratching their head, acting like why they ain't got rid of them yet. How come they, every couple of years they keep kidnapping 20, 100 schoolgirls and they come back up pregnant? They get married off. Why do you think is that? Because somebody keep letting that shit happen. So when General Langley got up there and said they have a terrorist problem, they're an epicenter for terrorist organizations, he's probably fucking right. And you probably should have fucking got on the internet, used those fucking Twitter fingers. I don't care if you got a fucking hunting peck like this and shit, and look it up. Maybe he's fucking right. Maybe he's fucking wrong. Maybe he got a good point. Because at the end of the day, they actually fucking do. And a lot of African countries got a problem with terrorist organizations. Whether that's terrorist organizations out there doing kidnap for ransoms and shit like that, drugs, stealing oil, stealing gold and selling it on the black market, organs and all that shit, slavery and all that shit. There's a lot of fucked up shit going around up over there. And motherfuckers they won't talk about that. They just want to talk about a black man versus the black man. Like that's gonna get us somewhere. Like it's gonna get us somewhere. And ain't none of y'all about to suit up and take y'all black asses to Burkina Faso and put work in. I see motherfuckers with non-Ukrainian descent get suited up and booted and go fight for Ukraine or Germany. Russia recently. Our motherfuckers ain't about to do a goddamn. They ain't about to do shit. They ain't about to do shit but sit up over there and run your motherfucking goddamn caucuster and act like you bout it. Or some likes, view, clicks and shit like that. That's all these motherfuckers gonna do. That's all they gonna do. Yeah, go ahead. That's all you gonna do. I'm just giving my 3 cents, man, because somebody got to tell y'all what it is. And that's what it is with Burkina Faso. They need to be worried about France than anybody else. And matter of fact, they probably should be worried about Israel as well. Because if you look at all the shit that they export and how much money, how much them exports is worth, it's precious. Their second biggest export is precious metals. Precious metals, stones, and all that shit. And where the fuck they get them from? Huh? Where the fuck they get that from? They ain't got shit. They ain't got no yellow cake like Burkina Faso. They ain't got no diamonds. They ain't got shit. They ain't got shit. All they got is sun, and half the motherfuckers can't take it. But they can't be in the sun for too long without getting the goddamn sunburn. Fuck out of here. Get out of here. I'm just saying, man. I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, I'm not trying to, I mean, it does sound like I'm a know-it-all, but I told y'all, man, this is my 3 cents. I can be wrong. And it's all outdoors. All outdoors. Willie D ain't gonna never hear this shit. He'll probably say, who that little dude over there talking, running his mouth? Up next. It's okay. It's okay. I know that. It's okay. I'm still listening to Willie D. I ain't mad at him, but I just think he's wrong with that one. I just think he's wrong, and you know, people. I know most people ain't gonna see it my way, but that's okay. But it's on the internet, man. Y'all can go and look it up. Y'all can go and look it up, and y'all can see um, that what I'm talking about is verifiable. Mm-hmm. And what the real crazy thing about it is like for Burkina Faso, people are not looking at the other countries that's over there around surrounding Europe, like that don't have nothing. Um, that's been used to stealing from African countries and maybe Burkina Faso because all that stuff that France been getting out of them with the gold and precious metal and stuff, where do you think they was sending it? Do you think they just kept it all to themselves? Do you think they wasn't leveraging that shit out with other countries? You think somebody wasn't skimming off the top or something like that? You think that they wasn't using that shit to fund their own personal wars, their own vendettas? They motherfucking what's that one thing you call the elections and shit up over there? You think they wasn't? I'm just saying, man. I'm not sitting up over here sugarcoating none of this shit for nobody. You know, and that's what I like about the internet. You know what I'm saying? I could get on the internet, and if I don't agree with what somebody got to say, I can find a channel. I can find somebody talking about that subject that I can agree with based off the information that they're saying. Because a lot of these folks ain't got the right information. A lot of folks out here ain't got it. And it's okay to like Willie D. I'm listening to Willie D all day long. But I just think that his opinion on General Langley is whack because there's some key supporting information that's missed out on. But could he be right? Absolutely. Well, I think he's wrong based off the information that I know of. Yes. Damn Skippy. How you gonna export trillions of dollars worth of gold by the tons, metric tons they talking about? They had metric tons of gold leaving the country, and most of your people in that country ain't got a pot to piss in or window to throw it out of. You should have the best schools. You should have the best of everything. You know, motherfuckers should be looking at that like how they look at UAE and Saudi Arabia and all that shit. Should be looking at it like that. The streets should be lined with that motherfucking gold. Mm-hmm. Anyways, y'all, on that note, shout out to the whole entire world and everybody stay sucker free.